We're going to look at constant velocity motion. The idea here is we are moving in one direction at one speed. That's what we're doing with constant velocity. So if you remember, velocity we wrote as a vector, and it was just a rate of change of the position. So we are going to say first, if velocity is going to be a change in position over a change in time, that's what a rate is, I can say this is x final minus x initial over t. So if I take this whole equation and I multiply both sides by t, then the left side becomes vt and the right side becomes x final minus x initial, because the t on the bottom and the t on the top cancel. Now I don't really want to write it this way, so I'm going to write it in terms of x final equals. I'm going to say x final equals x initial plus vt, and this is an equation that's going to work as long as our velocity is constant. Let's take a second and look at what this means. I have this equation, x final equals x initial plus v initial t, so I'll define the different variables in here. X initial, I've got x final, v, and t. X initial is my starting position. X final is my ending position. V is my velocity, and t is the time elapsed. We have a couple of things that happen. We are working with one-dimensional motion still. So here's our one dimension. Here's x. We can put x in meters. Here's maybe x equals 0. And maybe here is x equals 10 meters. So we can have an x equals negative 10 meters, which just means we are to the left of our starting point, or of our origin, at least. I guess we don't have to start at the origin. So what we see is any velocity that is a positive number, a positive velocity means we are moving in this direction toward positive x. A negative velocity, so this is a positive v, a negative velocity means we are moving to the left. Yes, velocity is a vector, and a vector has to have some indication of direction. However, when all of our motion is confined to one line, like when we are doing one-dimensional motion like this, then the direction part of our vector really just simplifies down to it's either positive or negative. Positive in this case meaning moving to the right, negative meaning moving to the left. I'll have a separate video up with some example problems of this, but for right now, that is constant velocity motion.